But
I'm cold. It got cold up here really, really quick.
the
I
so
wasn't
so
prepared.
the South in the fall is always cold in the morning, but like hot in the afternoon. So it's it's like 45, 50 in the morning, and then this afternoon's gonna be like 77, maybe hit 80. So it's like we never know what to wear. So yeah, I love the shorts with like a light jacket.
I think it's Nashville that actually kind of screwed me up a little bit because I mean, we were kind of like in the high 60s, low 70s here. But in Nashville last week it was in the 80s, like low 80s, but still. I woke up yesterday morning and it was 50 degrees. Like, or actually, technically in the morning it was like mid 40s and it got to a high of 52.
Oh gosh.
I had to go look for my slippers.
You want to put up the pre-show slide?
I didn't have space for it because of all of our slides.
Oh,
There's
that's
a
fine.
20,
That's fine.
there's a
That's
20
fine.
slide limit.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, we'll go quickly today. And Miss Q, hello. Miss Baker, hello. Josh Crothers, tighten up. So Josh, I might have been FaceTiming Haley often just to prod her husband, like, "Hey Jeff, how you doing?" I was I was shocked the Titans won.
Insufferable.
I was shocked the Titans won. I was prepared for a loss. I mean, the Bills were favored by 6.5. So I
I know
was
they just had terrible red zone play calls last night. Like
uh,
they made no sense.
oh, we have some Tony's on Scarlet Lady right now.
Oh,
I'm
Tony,
so
let us know what you
jealous. I'm
think.
so jealous. I cannot wait to go. Mr. Mills, how are you doing?
I
Mr.
keep trying to
Jason,
find a spot to put that in my schedule, like a Scarlet Lady sailing before
uh,
the
I'm
February
go
one.
I'm going in November.
Let's see here. You said good. You said hello to everybody, right? I think
I did. November, I'm so excited for Scarlet Lady. I'm so excited. We're actually going to
I'm
talk a little bit about Scarlet Lady, and our question of the day.
yes, we are. I'm just in like a very perpetual travel cycle right now. Like I leave again tomorrow to go to Detroit. Then I'm home for a week and a half, and then it's Rome.
I don't think I knew you were going to Detroit.
Yes, tomorrow. Thankfully, it's a Delta hub, so that's just a quick 45-minute for me.
I've done a connecting flight to Rome through Detroit, and this is Q. She's Delta. She's hashtag Sky Team and
Hashtag Sky Team.
hashtag Sky Team, and she flies from Detroit all the time.
I prefer
Sky
hashtag Sky Team versus hashtag Third World.
Third World. Hey, you know what though? This is a pertinent pre-show topic. I am very jealous that JetBlue is going to be joining that One World. I really wish
I
there
know.
was. I wish Sky Team could have a good domestic backup in America, but it's like the only
But
ones
do you know
left
what's
are.
crazy is given the situations of having that backup, obviously we're hashtag Sky Team, but I've not seen Delta in the news for flight catastrophes.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, that's fair, but it'd be nice to have a backup.
Oh, absolutely.
So, like, because I mean, they have great backups for international. You got your Air France, you got your KLM, you had Alitalia, but they're gone. But what I'm curious to see,
If
Italy
the
just
new
announced.
Italian one's gonna sub in, I would think it would be because
I would
Alitalia is a government run airline.
right. So I would think the new Italy airline would join SkyTeam. I hope so at least. But like in the United States, there's just I mean, you really only have Southwest, JetBlue, Frontier, Spirit. JetBlue's taken now. Southwest
Mhm.
isn't going to join anybody,
No, they are very
and
well, I mean, technically, I guess in, like, the West Coast, you technically have Alaska too.
but Alaska isn't that
No, so
one?
Delta tried to buy Alaska.
Hold on, isn't
Um,
Alaska One World?
I don't think it is, but they tried to let's see here. Which airline?
Yeah, Alaskan Air in March joined March 2021. Alaska Air joined oneworld.
Okay, so this is what I knew. So SkyTeam tried to buy Alaska Air,
Okay.
and Alaska Air wouldn't do it. So Delta made a point of scheduling competitive flights in some of Alaska's main hubs to like
That's
stick it to Alaska.
Yeah, I mean, I look, I hate to say it, but I really think
I went.
One World,
One
United
World has some
States,
great partners.
they
Like when
do.
you're looking to stretch your miles, like they have some great.
They
And honestly,
really
United does too. Star Alliance does as well.
they do.
I think when it
I
comes
mean,
to the partner transitions, they have that better.
I hate to say it. If I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say it.
You thought about it just for a minute.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. Oh, Tony, I cannot wait. Cannot wait. Cannot wait. Michael Bailey surprise. I don't know. I would assume maybe new Icon news, maybe Icon 2, but
More
I
water
it,
slides.
more. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the highest water slide at sea. I don't know.
Another
Um,
robotic bar.
yeah, we didn't plan to coordinate, but mine's more like a true. Mine's like a red, and yours is more of a burnt orange. But
So this is actually more pinky in person. It's more of a salmon,
oh, mine's more.
like
I
a
mean, I might just
clay,
like a what?
like a red clay.
Yeah, it's like a red. Yeah, I mean it's like red. Like yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. Yeah, Tony, thank you for putting that in there.
Awesome. Do me a favor, Tony. Go to our Facebook group, todayintravel.live, and make sure you post your Instagram information there so people can join.
Yeah,
So
and Tony, if you end up doing like a Instagram live or an Instagram post, you can copy the URL and post it in there. Like this group is very open. Yeah, obviously I post things in there because Jason, myself, and Ken run the group, and obviously we post Jason's things. But overall, if this is something that can help somebody make a decision,
yeah,
please feel free to post. Like we're not, giving out citations because it's not something Jason did or something I did. If it's something that can help another person in the group,
yeah.
please feel free to share.
All right. Well, Haley, we have a lot to cover today. It is top of the hour, 11
We
o'clock Eastern,
do.
God's
And
time, 10 o'clock in
start off
Junior's
with
time.
intros.
Intro. So, guys, hello. Thank you for joining us. I am Jason Poole. I am a travel advisor with Cruise Planners, which is an American Express travel representative. I love all things travel. My specialties are cruising, going to Europe, European land travel, and all inclusive resorts in the Caribbean. But I can pretty much help you with anything. But I get my hotel expertise, all of my hotel knowledge from my co-host Haley. How are you this morning?
I'm good. We had a big hotel session this morning, you and I
We
did.
did. You helped me book some hotels this morning.
Yes,
I,
offering
I,
my expertise.
I can't book a
I
hotel
actually had
without
to do
Haley.
I had to do a lot of hotel consultation on TikTok last night.
Mm.
There's this whole video. This deaf couple tried checking into a hotel. They booked third party. They came in late. The room was given away, but the staff
Oh,
member wasn't being great. So I had to like chime in on a few things there. So welcome everybody. My name is Haley. I write a travel blog that does all kinds of travel, Disney, cruising, Europe, you name it. And I own a hotel sales support company. So that is my background. Jason, we're only allowed 20 slides on here.
we got to go.
More.
We got to go.
We got a lot to get through. I think you guys are going to like this interactive part we came up with for today.
Yeah. So
All right.
we're going to fly through the new stuff. All right, guys. So many travel advisors across the country are reporting a rise in clients voluntarily telling their travel advisor that they are going to buy and use counterfeit vaccine cards. Guys, one, don't do this. Two,
Don't do this.
don't tell. I mean, so guys, full disclosure, I'm a travel advisor. Many of you are my clients. I am not booking clients that are not vaccinated for trips. I'm just not. Like there's too much. There's too much risk, too much exposure for me. And if someone tells me they have a fake vaccine card, I would feel obligated to tell the vendors and maybe the authorities because it is
It's
illegal.
crime. It's
It's a
legal.
crime. It is a crime. So, guys, spend more time just getting the vaccine instead of trying to get around the system. So, that's
Yeah.
all I'm gonna say about that.
I just I still can't believe we live in a world where this is the situation.
I know. I know.
I can't. But like you said, you guys, it's a crime. If you know somebody that is trying to do this, please encourage them not to. We need to for travel to come back the way it should and continue to grow and gain speed. We can't have these kind of hiccups and stuff
Right.
set it
Right.
back. So
Well, speaking of hiccups, there's the opposite of a hiccup. Singapore announced some great news. They are expanding their quarantine travel to fully vaccinated visitors, I should say. So last month they began air travel with Germany and some other European countries, and now they're opening up to Americans, Canadians, British, Denmark, France, Italy, Spain, and the Netherlands. So, for our North American viewers, which most of you are, that is some great news if you're wanting to go to
I was
Singapore.
looking at February in Southeast Asia, not gonna lie. So
Okay.
I'm pretty excited.
I think that was some great news there.
Absolutely. Oh, Jason, welcome to the everything travel shortage.
It is legit, right? So right now I have lots and lots of clients who are wanting to go on a vacation this holiday season. Myself included, right? I mean Haley and I've been talking about putting me somewhere for some of the holidays, right? So everybody is looking at stuff. Cruise ships are filling up quickly. The resorts are selling out quickly. Flights are starting to get full. And with the shortages in labor at hotel, with the TSA, I mean, and right now there's vaccine mandates kicking in. It's like the TSA is going to start laying off people if they don't get vaccinated. I mean, the holiday travel could be, I hate to use the word problematic, but you could face hiccups. So, what if Haley and I said over and over and over again? One, you got to be patient.
And it's
Two,
hard
you
sometimes. It's hard.
you got to buy travel insurance. I mean, you just have to buy travel insurance. So,
Absolutely. Flight schedules are changing. It just happened on my
yeah,
Christmas New Year's flight. I've kind of got to go back to the drawing board and possibly configure some things.
it,
Um,
it's it's part of it, right? I mean, when I was flying home from Denver from a bachelor party, people were like, "Why did you go Denver, LaGuardia, Nashville?" And I was like, "It's not what I booked. I never would have booked that, right?
yeah.
It just happened, you know. I was just happy to be traveling, not the end of the world, right? So if you want to do something this holiday season, I would recommend reaching out to your travel advisor ASAP and secure your reservation.
And also keep in mind that there's still like a hotel world. We lost a good chunk of inventory. There are a lot of hotels in different destinations that close their doors permanently,
Yeah.
which is now increasing the price because there's less supply.
Oh, I mean, I just booked some hotels for Fort Lauderdale, and I was just,
Those like
ugh.
I was clutching my pearls.
I didn't have a choice, right? I'm not staying at a cheap little, what? Yeah, it was. I'm excited for the property, though.
But Jason, Motel 6 leaves the light on.
They leave the light on. That is so true.
So you can find the bed bugs.
Oh, gross. Well, in cruising news, we got some exciting news for those of you who are big fans of Captain Kate and her
And bug
hairless,
naked.
I was saying her hairless cat. Celebrity Cruises has announced that Captain Kate will take over the Celebrity Beyond. That is the newest celebrity ship coming out. It is the third in the Edge class. This will be the first time Captain Kate has taken out a new ship. She started off as a captain of the Summit. and then she was the captain of the Edge shortly after it was released. So she will be taking out the Celebrity Beyond and its inaugural sailing in spring 2022 in Europe.
Don't you have a group next December on that?
I have two groups next year on the Beyond. I have July 2022 Mediterranean, leaving from Barcelona, ending in Rome. So that's kind of a cool one
Mm,
way overnighting in Florence. I'm
that
real excited.
is.
I'm excited for that one. It's a one way. And then in December 2022, doing a Caribbean holiday sailing. It's like I don't have the date off the top of my head. It's mid December,
That first one sounds great because you could go early, spend a couple days in Barcelona,
which is
and then you
my
could stay
favorite.
and then you could stay a couple days in Rome. Like you'd be able to hit two big
You could.
European
You
cities
could. You
along with
could.
all those beautiful ports. Like that is wonderful. Oh, Miss Q, you didn't tell me about July
Oh, I thought I
2022.
did. I thought we talked about it on here. Well,
Shame.
it's July
Shame.
July 2nd, Celebrity Beyond, leaving from Barcelona. So I am excited about that.
Okay, so question of the day. This is going to relate to that last slide.
Hmm.
Are travel deals going to be harder to find now that the world is opening up more?
So I think it just depends. I still think airline rates are still very competitive to affordable. I am booking flights with Delta for less expensive rates than I think I've really ever seen them. So I think flights are better than they've ever been. For places that are easier to drive to, I think we're seeing an increase in hotel rates domestically. Internationally, I think hotel rates are still pretty good.
I think they're good to similar, but I think you kind of nailed on the head. It depends on what kind of travel you're talking about.
Hmm.
Um, Obviously, going to Miami, London, Paris for New Year's, you're still going to be paying money. There's not going to be deals there. But, I truly encourage all of you, like, even, to pick an alternative destination, maybe even something that's a little closer, because a lot of these sub areas, like your sub cities, not your majors, you're going to find deals there. Like, um, if you're a history buff and, Philadelphia is looking kind of expensive, like consider
Hmm.
something like Gettysburg or an alternative destination like that. You can still find deals in those kind of locations. But especially in these big markets, kind of like we said earlier, they lost a lot of supply. Like a lot of big
Hmm.
hotels closed their doors, like these big convention hotels. We had
Hmm.
one in Buffalo too. The big full service Hyatt closed its doors.
Yeah.
That's 500 less rooms available in that comp set. So
Right.
that's going to drive up your rates. So I encourage you to try something different. If you're looking for a quick getaway, look at some small boutique hotels, like even in the Finger Lakes. I always encourage that during the winter. Like some people use that just as a summer destination. You can still go do wineries and everything else, and the snow on the lake's beautiful. Try something different.
That sounds terrible.
Snow, I know.
And I like snow, but I'd rather be in, I think, in
No, you want
Denver.
to like stay inside where it's warm and see like that big
Yes.
chunky snow that falls around
Yes.
Christmas time when you
Yes.
bake cookies. But you don't want
Yes.
to deal with it. You don't want to shovel it. You don't want to walk
No.
in it. Like
No. No. I want to. I would do a chalet in like somewhere in Colorado.
the
You
Tahoe ski chalet, a little dolly
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. Like I've been to Park City, Utah when it was snowing, and that was beautiful. Like you saw with the Olympics, some of the slopes were for the Olympic Games in 2002. Like that was beautiful seeing that, but I don't want to like slosh in the snow. I want to just kind of watch it fall.
Nothing is worse than having to walk through the snow and have some of the snow come over the top of your boot and it goes down the insides of your boots. That
I've
just puts me in a
never,
bad
I've
mood.
never, I've never seen that much snow in my life. I'm a Southern
Okay,
boy.
moving on. So we are very excited about this next piece. So
Yes.
this is going to be interactive. Now, we're not going to be pausing and waiting for responses. Jason and I are going to go through these next slides and discuss them and actually give you guys the recommendation is how, when you should tip. Tipping is such a big question mark. And I never realized, even though we've talked about tipping before, how confusing it still is for people. I
Yes, it
mean, I
is.
I fail in this because I'm so subjective to it, working in the industry for over 10 years. So we want to know. We want you guys to answer in the comments section while Jason and I
Hmm.
discuss. There's like 11 questions, scenarios that we're
Okay.
going to go through. So
Okay.
you guys have been warned. All right. Number 10 on my list here is our number one. Is it true that you're never fully dressed without cash, Jason?
I think that used to be the case. Um, I think back in the day, even 5 years ago, if you were going out traveling, I say when you're traveling, yes. But even like for a nice night out, I think 5 years ago, you should always have cash for like the valet your car, et cetera, et cetera. Now I do think with things like Venmo and Apple Pay, it is, I mean, even when I've gone to bars, like a drag queen to a performance, their Venmo was popped up. So I think in today's world, if you don't have cash, you better have a Venmo account. What do you think?
I agree. I think the hospitality industry needs to find a better. I like that nod there, Hunt. Sorry, it was a musical, so I drew here. I think the hospitality world needs to find a better world of doing it. There's companies coming out like Tipio that'll allow you to tip housekeepers and stuff, but then there's fee. Like it's a fine line because you don't want, in essence, the hotel per se to fully handle it because then they get taxed on it and
Right.
that whole situation. But I don't do it as much locally if I go out to eat. I hardly have cash on me. But I always strive, even if it's a quick flight to Nashville, to Detroit, like I'm doing, a 2-3 nighter for work. I strive to at least have $20 broken up in my
Yeah,
wallet.
I agree. So I say cash or Venmo to be properly dressed.
Because I also tip, like I will tip the people that clean up the table and the bartenders in the Sky Club. I just put
Oh,
a couple bucks down. So I like having a broken up 20. I usually do a bit for housekeeping and whatnot. So next one. All right. 11. Now this is going to be yes or no. You take a complimentary shuttle to your rental car terminal and the driver unloads your bag. Do you tip?
yes.
I agree. What do you
Okay.
tip?
I typically do $1 or $2 per bag.
Same. That's usually what I do.
Yeah. So if I have
All
two
right.
bags, I typically do like $5.
Perfect. You're on an airplane and the flight attendant serves you a drink. She's super nice, etc. Do you tip?
And on the airplane, no. I think that would be a little inappropriate.
I feel like it's kind of inappropriate, but what I have done though in the past is I have had $5 Starbucks gift cards. And if I find a flight crew that I find is just, above and beyond, I'll hand out little $5 Starbucks gift cards.
Oh, that's not a terrible idea.
Just
Okay.
something
Okay.
kind of cute, or, I've
Okay.
even done like little candies in the past, just something.
Okay. Okay.
Um, Next one. You opt for curbside baggage check from a third party. Should you tip the attendant checking your bags? That's like the sky check-in when you pull up at the airport and there's those desks outside.
Right. Which I don't ever use, by the way.
You
But
don't? Oh my gosh, I've used them like when I'm coming back
uh-uh.
and I have a lot of luggage from like Europe,
Mm-mm,
from a
mm-mm.
cruise. I do them all right there and then I go on my merry
Uh,
way.
no, that's a lie. I did it one time years ago. There was a long line. This was before I had like Sky Priority and stuff, and I used them. But I think the answer is yes. I did. I tipped them the one time I used them.
Oh, I do tip them. I'm less likely to use them if it's just me, but like when it's myself, when it's Jeff, and it's Olivia, and there's a lot of bags, Not even lugging those
Really?
into the airport. Oh, 100%.
I just go to the Sky Priority line. Like, it's right
Yeah, but
there.
you don't have to keep track of 2 other people and their stuff.
That's fair. That's fair. I don't understand. I don't understand it. I don't get how it's that harder, or much harder to walk inside the airport. I don't understand those people outside ever. I don't get it.
No, you I'm sorry.
I didn't know this was a dividing line in our friendship.
I know, like, usually you and I are very
No, no.
but,
When I see
like, when
people
it is
use,
by myself, I do just go to
you
Sky
know what it is?
Priority.
When I see people out there, I think they're first time flyers and think that's where you're supposed to check in your bags. Like I that's what
Oh,
I think. I think they're suckering people who don't know
do you
you
know
could
the
just
other time I used it, though? When I was in Dallas for, convention, I had 6 bags. And
okay.
carrying and one of mine was, like,
Okay.
one of those large tubes from convention, so carrying that, a large
Okay.
duffel, plus my carry-on the ugh, gosh, no.
Okay. The answer is yes. I think you tip them. Okay.
Yes, you do. Should you tip only at the end of a hotel stay?
So I know the answer to this because of you. So before you told me this, I would have said yes because your stay is over. You now put down a tip for the housekeeper. You taught me I was wrong because
Because your housekeeper changes every day, potentially.
right, right, right. So
Yes,
I
everybody here in
viewed,
the comment section seems to get it.
yeah, so Hun says he's never
Hunt!
known he should tip a housekeeper.
That's not the first time I've heard that though, either.
How much do you typically tip a housekeeper, like per day?
Uh, if it's just me, I'm a
I'm just
very
ballpark it.
I'm a very generous tipper. If I'm solo, a couple bucks per day.
Go about like 5.
Um, 3 to 5.
Okay, okay,
Depending on if it's my family, I will do up to 10
okay.
for a family of 3. This is, of course, a ballpark. This is just my estimation. I mean, you're having people
Scrub your toilets
clean
and
up after you,
yeah,
clean your toilets, make your bed. Um, and it's just nice. I mean, if you think about it, these housekeepers, they'll do anywhere from 10 to 20 rooms by themselves. And
right.
they're cleaning all, just they are an unsung hero. And I'll tell you, I love going back to a made bed. I can't put like a price on that.
Okay,
You arrive at your hotel by car and leave it with valet. Do you tip the valet attendant?
100% yes.
Hunt, it is daily, so I leave a couple bucks every day.
Now here's the thing: I don't tip when I drop off the car. I always tip when I pick up the car.
I don't know. I always have cash in my hands for both.
So yeah, so I guess I've never. So when if I drop off a car, I don't think I typically do not tip. I tip based on how quickly they get the car to me when I need the car.
Like I said, I'm a very generous tipper, and I feel that
Okay.
'cause I feel like some people might not get anything, so I'm always very,
Okay.
um, yeah,
I guess I never thought about tipping when I drop off the car. That's not a. I mean, I do get that, but I'm always. How quickly can you get the car to me, and that determines how big of a tip you're going to get.
yes. Next one. The hotel manager upgrades your hotel room to a suite. Do you tip her?
No, I'll say no.
I agree with you.
Okay.
And actually, even front desk agents, they are trained to refuse those kind of tips.
Okay.
I get
Okay.
questions about it all the time, like, "Oh, if I'm in Vegas, if I slide them of $20 under my credit
Oh
card."
God, how
If I
tacky.
if I had a dollar for every time I've heard that, especially now, like and what I tell people, if they wanna get upgraded, if they want a comp upgrade, chum up the front desk attendant. Tell them your story. Be like, "Oh, my husband and I are here for convention. It's our first time away without the kids."
Right. Right.
Generally speaking, if there's availability, they want to. But I mean, there's a reason those other rooms are more expensive. They come
Yeah.
with extra
Absolutely.
amenities. extra time to clean, etc. So that one drives me insane. Bellhop greets you in the hotel lobby and takes your bag or bags upstairs to your room. Do you tip?
So, yes, yes. I do have a story though. When I was just in Barcelona, the guy just took my bags to bring it up to my room. It took him over an hour to bring me my bags. And I never do use a bellhop for this reason. Like, I just do not do it. I am capable of carrying my own bags to the Sky Priority Lane at the airport. I am capable of carrying my own bags off a cruise ship. I'm capable of carrying my bags to the room. So I was like, you know what? He grabbed them. Okay, fine. I'll let him take them to the room. It took an hour. I had to call the front desk and be like, where are my bags? Like, oh, I'm sorry. He's on the way now. I'll be honest. Did not tip that guy. Did not tip him. Took him an hour.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I don't use it frequently. The only times I've used it is if I'm on a work project and I have multiple bags. Like in
sure.
Vegas, I had 6 bags and I wasn't lugging these 6 massive bags with tripods and stuff across the casino floor, up the tower, etc.
The next, if I ever do it again, I'm literally gonna hand them cash and be like, "Follow me, let's go."
Well, that's the problem in Vegas is I handed them $20 and like,
So,
okay.
but now I know next time I'd be like, "All right, follow me now, or I'll take them." So the answer is yes, but I find they're often so slow to not warrant a tip. My personal opinion.
Agreed. We don't award mediocrity.
You do not award
TIP
mediocrity.
stands for to ensure prompt service.
Yeah.
Next one. You're staying at a hotel and housekeeping cleans your room daily. Do you
Yes,
leave
we
it
kind of
in
already
this?
talked about this.
So we talked about this, but there are people that think because they decline housekeeping services that they shouldn't tip at all. What are your thoughts on that? I was about to ask if you were frozen because you were
No,
very.
I was thinking. So okay, so here's the scenario, right? A lot of hotels are only cleaning the rooms every second or every third day, right? So if you're in a hotel for one night, you're not really getting housekeeping services, right?
Yeah,
So do you tip then?
I do. Because
I understand.
in the grand scheme of things, a couple dollars
It's not that big a
is
deal,
not a
right?
deal breaker. And I will tell you, as a human being, ethically, the fact that I know that if just a handful of people left a couple dollars on a one night stay over for somebody that makes $10 an hour and has to
Right,
do backbreaking work. And I mean,
right.
that room was nice, clean, and tight when you got to it. Yes, that comes with your rate, but I mean, somebody had to do it.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. Yeah. So the answer I think should be yes.
Yes. And then, for example, when I was in Dallas, I couldn't get housekeeping services. The hotel wasn't doing that. That's what people are running into. And I stayed 4 nights.
And then you do it
You
in
know, I had to
four
request
nights.
extra towels. I had to stay 4 nights. No housekeeping for 4 nights. I had to put my trash and stuff out by the door, which that's a whole other thing that
We
hotels
could talk
still do.
about that.
Yeah, that's a whole nother
Right.
platform. But I still left like a day's worth of tip. Like I still left like a $5 tip
Okay.
on that. And then of course I stripped my rooms too. Let's
Okay.
see here. I think we only have one or two more of these. This is from an article, guys. That's where we pulled these from. Do the same rules of tipping apply to all inclusive resorts and cruises?
We could talk about this one for a while. I would say depends, right? So if you are on a cruise line that has the tips included in your fare, the same type of rules apply to an all-inclusive resort, right? So you get on, you check into the property or you get on board the ship. Your tips are included in your cruise fare or in your resort package. Then I think you tip extra for certain, like for example, if I'm at the bar and
Yes.
they make a martini with 6 ingredients and takes them a while, I give them a
Your
tip.
glass is never empty.
My glass is never empty, right? So I think the answer is yes. I think you do tip on top. People are like, "Well, I bought the drink package. Why should I tip?" It's like, well, a dollar or two here and there. Or at the end of the night, I just will give them like a 20 bucks. Hey, thanks for taking care of me all night long. Here's cash.
Absolutely. And
Um,
I'll even preemptively tip like my stateroom attendant. I hand
I've
them
done
a
that.
nice little chunk of cash before, and I'll do extra at the end if I think they were, really good on
Yeah.
top of that. We did have a couple of questions relating.
Oh, hey, guys, can you guys still hear me? I think we lost Haley. Is it me or is it Haley? Can you guys type in the comments? Okay, you can still hear me. I guess it's Haley that's out of here. Wow. Okay, Haley is gone. All right. Well, I will continue. I don't have access to the slides. Maybe Haley will come back into the chat. Um, so we talked about that. The last thing, go someone sent her a tip. Well, the last thing we were going to talk about was our follower question of the day. I look too long. I know it's my show now. So Pam posted a great question in our Facebook group, todayintravel.live. And she said, what activities are not on a cruise ship that you would like to see them on a cruise ship? And I thought that was a great question. Um, at first glance, you can find a cruise ship that has something for everybody, right? You want laser tag, Royal Caribbean's got you covered. You want ice skating rink, Royal Caribbean has you covered. You want go karts, Norwegian has you covered, right? There's lots of options out there. The one thing that I think cruise ships need to do more of are brunch type activities on a sea day. I was on the Celebrity Edge 2 years ago, and they did a brunch on the last sea day, and it was outstanding. You had to pay extra for it. It was like $30, and it had all everything in the world you could imagine. So I think cruise ships could do a little bit more of that. I've seen people who are on Virgin right now, and they're doing lots of brunches on Virgin. So I'm hoping that that makes sense for Virgin, but Virgin is attracting uh, the type of crowd that likes a boozy champagne brunch on a sea day. So I hope we see more of that from Virgin. Pam says Disney does an amazing brunch. I've never done a Disney cruise, so that's fun to hear. So Royal Caribbean used to do a brunch on like Empress back in the day when they were kind of trying to go after that millennial crowd with the Empress. The project didn't really work out. It's fine. I applaud them for trying. So yeah, so I say more brunches on sea days. So that is my recommendation. So, all right. Well, guys, that is the show. I don't have any of the slides to end it properly. I'll have to get on to Haley, see what happened over there. But guys, thank you so much for coming. I hope you learned a little bit about how to tip, when to properly tip, and hope you had a fun time talking about travel. We do this every single Tuesday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 10 a.m. Central Time. I'm gonna go give Haley a call, see what's going on. She started this program, so it might still be running after I leave, but I am signing off. See you guys later. Bye, guys.